Hello, 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 hello. Beautiful magical angels, in this case, beautiful mer angels, angels of the sea. I am so happy to be connecting with you here. I am in Tenerife on the Canary Islands, which are, according to somebody that I really love, Matias De Stefano, who has a show on Gaia. You might have heard of him, are the highest mountaintops of Atlantis. And whoa, baby, can I really feel the Atlantean energies here? So we're going to dive into all of the magical Atlantean golden light that today has for us with the dolphins. But first, I want to welcome you if you're live, if you are on a replay. I am so excited that you're joining us. So welcome to the Dolphin Healing Collective. This is a free monthly call where we get together as a pod to bless the dolphins, the whales, and the ocean. And as it has come to light recently, as we go forward with these calls, they're really an opportunity actually for the dolphins and the whales to work with us and to help us heal. Because the only reason that dolphins and whales are struggling in any way, being killed or tangled up in nets or beaching themselves, that's because of humans. That's because of the level of human consciousness that we're at as a collective and what that guides us to do out of unconsciousness, out of fear. So as these calls progress, it really has it's starting to come to light. This is also a huge opportunity for the dolphins and the whales to actually come through to help us heal, to help the collective heal, while we also, of course, bless them. So it's quite magical and exciting. I've been loving to see how these calls are progressing. So I'm just going to let a couple more people in here. Yeah, so today, the inspiration today originally was me thinking okay, so we're recording this live on December 18th. I was like, it's kind of like Christmas time. Let's bring in the Christ consciousness in. And as soon as I connected with the Christ consciousness, which, oh my goddess, the dolphins hold and embody Christ consciousness so potently, I received the next drop-in of, Atlantis, the Christ consciousness, the golden solar light of Atlantis that we'll be working with today with the dolphins. Because I put where I am in ancient, the ancient Atlantean lands with Christmas, Christ consciousness with the dolphins, and I put it all together. And whoa, baby, we have a call today. So I'm really excited about it. So everyone, let's take a deep breath before we dive into today's transmission. And let's invoke and invite the dolphins and the whales in. So we're just going to take a breath. We're going to say a prayer. And this is going to more so open our sacred space together here. So taking a deep breath in and allowing yourself to come into this pod in the heart, our Dolphin Healing Collective, beautiful pod. And send some blessings, whether you're live or on replay, to everyone here on this call. And then extend those blessings. I bless you, I bless you, I bless you, everyone who's on this call, live or on replay. My higher self knows how to find you. My higher self knows how to give these blessings. My job is just to say, I bless you. Beautiful. Thank you. I receive your blessings that you're also sending. And then we're going to extend those blessings to the dolphins and the whales. I bless you, dolphins and whales. We bless you, dolphins and whales. We bless you, ocean. We bless you, Golden Atlantis. We bless you. I bless you. I bless you, Gaia. And may the energy that we co-create today, may the energy that rises within us here today, deeply serve the liberation of all beings deeply serve the freedom and the health of all whales, dolphins, and ocean beings. As we call upon our higher selves to fill us with the golden light of our souls, feeling your body receive the golden light of your own soul, inviting in Gaia to bless us with her crystalline consciousness as we connect in with the crystalline grids of Gaia, grounding into the crystalline core of Gaia, grounding into the dolphin crystalline grid of light, the dolphin crystalline grids of light, the whale and dolphin grids of light. Just imagine that there's this beautiful sacred geometric formation around Gaia and within Gaia, these pathways of light that the dolphins and the whales activate, create, co-create, steward with their energy, with their hearts, with their songs, with their sounds, with their multidimensional consciousness. And just feeling yourself tap in, ground into this high frequency of the dolphin and whale grids of light, the pathways of oceanic starlight, golden Christ light, and rainbow consciousness, which are filled with freedom codes, joy codes. Good, activating that within your beingness now, feeling that connection to the crystalline core, making sure that you're still connected to the core of Gaia as you ground in. And just taking a moment to open up your central channel, feeling the great central sun high above you, the crystalline core below you, and that pillar of light connecting the great central sun through your central channel, your spine, above and below your spine, going into the core of the earth. Just see that as a pillar of light. Allow the breath to open up this pillar of light to more light, to more expansion, seeing it expand now. As we invite in the dolphins and the whales of the highest light to join us now and to fill our central channels with light. Dolphins and whales, please co-create today with our higher selves as we set the intention to serve you and to heal within. We call upon the Golden Atlantean frequencies. We call upon the Christed frequencies of Atlantis. We call upon those who serve Atlantis, who are of the highest light, the deepest wisdom, the most expansive compassion, to join us here and now, including the aspects of ourselves that are our Golden Atlantean aspects. We call us forth. We call these beings forth. We call the Christ light of Golden Atlantis forth. And just take a moment to breathe all of this in. Golden Atlantis, I receive you now. May this call support the healing and the transmutation of any trauma that we still carry from the corruption and the fall of Atlantis, so that we may be free to activate and embody the Golden Atlantean codes that will support our civilization to rebirth the golden new age that is within our golden DNA and Christ light now. May we come together as a healing pod of a light working in co-creation, in collaboration with the whales and the dolphins, to bless the collective and healing and transmuting the trauma from the corruption and fall of Atlantis. so that we may move forward and trust ourselves with our own power. So that we may move forward and trust ourselves with the power of technology to be guided by the heart. So that we may trust ourselves to be in a loving connection and communion with the whales, the dolphins, and the ocean once more, in full communion as brothers and sisters, androgyni of the light. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Taking a deep breath in. Allowing your Golden Atlantean aspect to drop in. And if you're wondering if you have a Golden Atlantean aspect, if you're on this call, you do. Allow that to merge with your cells now as we open our eyes, and we'll drop in for another journey soon to more deeply fulfill that process. So welcome back as we open our eyes. All right, so I want to talk about what came up for me this morning. And apologies if you can hear the motorcycles again. I'm in Spain and I think they like fast, loud motorcycles more than other places. So I wanted to talk about what came up for me this morning, and then that's going to prompt us into the deeper guided meditation that we will be doing today, which will be a deep dive with the dolphins and our Atlantean aspects to really reclaim those aspects of ourselves that maybe have been pushed away or suppressed because of the trauma of Atlantis. And how this is going to support the whales and the dolphins, again, is as we heal as a collective, we are able to be in conscious communion with these beings and take care of the ocean and be the stewards, right? And especially for the collective, as I come, to these Isles of Atlantis, the Canary Islands, I really, within just a couple of days of returning, have felt in my body how stuffy the energy around Atlantis is in the collective, that we don't remember, a lot of us, but we're not allowing ourselves to remember because there's a lot that needs to be cleared there. And so we, as some of the most awakened people in the population right now, have this maybe responsibility to go and be the sort of first runners and say, I will heal the trauma that I carry with Atlantis, and I will set the intention that that will support the collective in healing. What is done for one is done for all. And we can come back into communion with this more, as Atlantis was this sort of ancient seafaring civilization. Atlantis was so connected to the sea, especially the golden, Atlantean energies really lived in communion and harmony with the sea. So we want to reopen that ability within ourselves as humanity to be able to be in communion with our brothers and sisters in the sea, the dolphins and the whales in the ocean. So yay. So some of you might know that I am coming right now just from Glastonbury, Avalon in the UK, and I spent the last 4 months there. So some of you know where that is, what that is. Maybe you've been. Some of you, maybe Glastonbury is new to. Glastonbury is the site on the planet that is the portal, the gateway to Avalon. You might have heard of Avalon, the mists of Avalon, this otherworldly realm, really of the goddess, the divine feminine, the healing arts, the rose lineage, the fairies, the elves. And it's a deeply feminine place, which very much honors the stag king, the sacred masculine, but its template, what it holds, is very divine feminine energy. And especially now, as we're almost at the winter solstice, it was getting cold and dark and was really holding these deep, deep feminine codes. And so when I got here to Tenerife a couple of days ago, I was like, whoa, like what a frequency shift. I like literally didn't leave Glastonbury for like months and months. I just walked everywhere. I didn't even leave the like little, just not even like to go for a 10-minute bus ride to the next town kind of thing. So, well, I did go to street to get some boots, but that was like 5 minutes away. So yeah, coming here, I was like, whoa. And yesterday I actually cried because I was making this reel about my time in Avalon. And I was like, I cried because I really missed that the feminine, really feeling deeply held by the feminine, because these lands feel quite masculine. I'm also on my Mars line in astrocartography. And so today I woke up again and I was like, whoa, like it feels so strange to not be held by the feminine. This is quite a masculine solar-based place, these Atlantean codes, like really polar, if you're familiar with Tantra and or like Neo-Tantra, I guess, and the polarity of feminine and masculine, like these places are in polarity with each other. And so this morning I dropped in because I wanted to prepare for this call, for this, Golden Atlantean Dolphin call. And I got up with the sun rising, the ocean, you can't see it, but you can see the ocean, here, and I can see the sunrise over the ocean, which is such a gift. And so I dropped in and I was like, whoa, I discovered some things which I want to share with you today. And again, this is going to prompt what we're going to do together in meditation, in a sort of active healing guided meditation transmission. So as I dropped in, remembering, right, that I'm like a little uncomfortable, like, really craving that deep feminine. I'm more comfortable in my feminine. I operate mostly from my feminine. And yeah, so just feeling, calling in those golden Atlantean codes, and the solar light as the sun is beaming in, and the ocean, it's reflecting off the ocean. I asked, to really connect with the places within me that are carrying trauma from Atlantis. And a couple things happened. Okay. And this is what we're going to do together. So you're going to have your own experience to be able to do this. Okay. To give you a backstory, many years ago in a meditation with one of my mentors, Elaine Kalila, who you might know, who runs a temple called Priestess Presence, I dropped in and I saw myself wearing a black cloak. I was an older woman and I was looking over Atlantis, and I was aware I was carrying these deep feminine codes, like the black womb codes, as I do, as maybe many of you do as well. We carry different frequencies and codes. And I was looking out and I was like, they're not listening. Like they are not listening. And I knew that it was, that point, right, where in my remembrance, after Golden Atlantis, and there's, some people say actually Atlantis had 3 golden ages. So let's just say after Atlantis had its like major fall, my remembrance is there was a concerted effort from those who came in that were not of the essence of Golden Atlantis. They came in and they saw an opportunity to shift the population away from the feminine, because you can only ever have a golden age when the masculine and the feminine are in harmony, are in sacred union with one another. And so there was this turning away from the feminine. There was a turning away from the codes of the black womb of no thing. There was a promotion of light, and white is what is sacred, which we see all the way to this day, right? We can know that in our terminology, black magic, that means evil, or it felt like a dark energy. That means bad, evil, right? There are these verbiages, I don't know how you'd say that, these words that still are carried through, in my sense, from all the way that time of what happened to turn people away from the feminine. to turn people away from the power of the black womb of no thing. And I was wearing this black cloak. I'm going, they're not listening. So this morning, and it was like, like, this is not going to go down well for you guys. Okay. So this morning I was in meditation and I was like, okay, what is, let's uncover some trauma that I'm holding from Atlantis. And part of what I felt was like, okay, you know how, you're a human and you can use social media and some of you have businesses and, for me, it's like, okay, I have all these messages, I have these downloads and, I have like a decent audience. Yeah, I have like a decent sized audience and engagement. Great. But like, there's this thing inside of you, some of you can relate to, you just want to like, you just want to scream at the world with love and be like, this is what I have to say. We have this wisdom and the world is being fucking crazy and we want to share it and we want to heal people and we want to help and we want to get this out there. The trauma that was coming up was like that trauma of like, they're not listening to me. This is very real wisdom that will shift the civilization away from its demise, although it couldn't because that was the soul agreement of the oversoul of Atlantis. But I have this wisdom and they're not listening. So that's carrying forth into this day I discovered within myself of, wanting to share and express, all the magic and all the wisdom of the dolphins, the divine feminine and the blue ray that I want to express and feeling like, yeah, I just want to expand. I want to keep expanding. And of course, I want people to listen, receive it. And they do 100% to a certain extent. But there was that, allowing myself to grow, allowing myself to be heard. It was like, oh, there's something here from Atlantis in my subconscious that is repeating this energy of they're not listening. They're not listening to the wisdom. They're not listening to the divine feminine wisdom that my lineage is channeling and that I'm channeling. So that was something that I discovered. And I'm just going to read some comments. So Tara says, it's safe to use our power. You said that felt really important. Also, it feels like a loss, so painful. It's scary, 100%. And Leanna, what did you mean to say? You said, sorry, that was meant for everyone. So what I did is I brought the violet flame in because when I find something within my system, within my subconscious that I would like to clear, one of my primary tools is to bring the violet flame in, which we'll probably be working with today. The violet flame is a flame of transmutation. It is exactly how it sounds. It is a purple violet fire, and it is a beautiful power. An angel power, a source power, working with the different frequencies of light, which we did in ancient Atlantis, which we did in Lemuria. We understood the power of the different colors and the color rays. So that happened. Okay, and then what happened, this was the big one, was like, oh man, I have been resisting the Atlantean divine masculine, the masculine Atlantean energies. And I didn't realize that not only was I knew that part, which came to me in Avalon, in Glastonbury, but what I didn't realize was like, I hold the divine masculine Atlantean frequencies, but I've been resisting them. The lineage of Poseidon, the divine masculine Poseidon lineage of the light, the divine masculine, and as context, have any of you seen, I'm sure probably some of you have, a lot of you, Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings, I don't know, not reboot, but, on Amazon, it was big, I'm sure you heard about it. You can think of Numenor. So Numenor was actually in Tolkien's world. Numenor is based on Atlantis. Like you can go Google that. That is where Tolkien got his inspiration from, writing out Numenor. And so when they were creating this world, I didn't know that, but when I was watching it, I was like, oh my God, this is literally Atlantis. And I had to search for it after, being like, did they know that they created Atlantis? And why I bring that up is because they also have these seafaring men. And apologies if you haven't seen this, because you'll be like, what are you talking about? But maybe it will, inspire you to watch it. So basically they have these seafaring men. And in this rendition, it's quite interesting. They have a queen actually who's in charge, a black queen, no less, which is really a wonderful turn of events for our consciousness, right? That the Black Queen gets actually to rule Atlantis in these modern times as we remember. And so we have these seafaring men who are going out and listening to the queen, which is actually what the original divine masculine template of Atlantis does do. It listens to the oracular ability of the feminine and goes out and uses its power and uses its might to do what needs to be done. And so, you know, if you want to just think about what is the Atlantean masculine, if you have seen that show, you might, you know, bring to, of course, is it the fullness of the divine masculine? No, but that might be helpful to give a little bit of context. So as I was meditating, I was feeling this. I was like, I've been really rejecting and suppressing the Atlantean masculine within me and without. And as I was activating it, I was like, oh my God, this is like my masculine. This is what my masculine feels like. The divine masculine, golden Atlantean codes, the seafaring masculine, the masculine who's intrinsically linked to the ocean, to the waters. And I was feeling him starting to activate. And I was like, wow, in my body, there was like pain as he was coming online. That's how deeply I've been resisting him, because he was infiltrated. The divine masculine Poseidon lineage was infiltrated and was broken, essentially. For lack of a better word, maybe broken isn't the best word, but it was infiltrated. It fell, and it fell without without the whole population realizing it was falling. It was corrupted. And so I think I just went into my full feminine. I was like, fuck this shit. Like, I'm going to be in my feminine. I'm going to honor the feminine. Like, fuck these guys. Like, you know, and that has carried for lifetimes. And I think it's been compounded over, this spilled into the Romans. The Romans and the Roman armies were embodying the wounded Atlantean masculine and carrying those corrupted codes from Atlantis. So, you know, that also connects to the priestess lineages, because the Romans were largely responsible for burning, ruining the temples, raping the priestesses, killing them, subduing them, and creating the patriarchy that we still know today. So that's a lot, isn't it? Can we just have a break? Can we just have a breathing break, right? Okay, and I'm going to read some of these comments. So Leanna says, yes, still wanting to share these codes of wisdom coming through. So interesting, this is coming up. I've still been resisting sharing codes and wisdom flowing through. And today I leaned into my fear of being seen and heard. Oh, amazing. And shared a video dancing and singing on my Instagram story. It brought up a lot. Wow, interesting timing. So does anyone have any questions, any comments? If you're live, if you're in replay, I'll definitely be checking the YouTube comments as well. So yeah. And then I just brought the violet flame in, and I was like, I open to my divine masculine Atlantean codes, and I realized this is why I'm here and where I came. Because a couple of days ago, I was like, why did I come back? Like, I was like so in this winter yin goddess energy. And I'm like, whoa, like, why am I back here again? Like, why did I do that? And I like cried yesterday because I missed Glastonbury so much. But then today I was like, oh, the divine masculine Atlantean codes. I'm here to activate them within me. And I'm also here to do transmissions like this, helping people reclaim these codes, reclaim their golden Atlantean codes. Like, it all made sense. It just all made sense. Let's just put it that way. Jennifer says the wound of not being listened to is huge. Thank you so much. Yeah, Tara says, but isn't that still the case that most aren't listening? Yeah, so we co-create our reality with our subconscious, right? Because our subconscious is largely responsible for what is manifesting in our outer world. So if we carry this wound of they're not listening, and we don't address that, and we let that continue in our subconscious, then that will continue to manifest for us, and we will support the world in continuing to not listen. because subconsciously we're expecting it. So that's why it's so important to do these deeper healing experiences, go into the subconscious, go into the multidimensional aspects of ourselves and go, not on my watch. I am here to heal and transmute and reclaim my Christed self as much as I possibly can in this embodiment in this lifetime, to not only support me having an amazing life, but also to support the world in shifting. And Ingra says, can you share about how the dolphins connect to Mary Magdalene? Like, what could I say about that right now? Maybe we could do, well, short answer is like, I really don't fully know, but I'll just quickly share a little bit about, that's like a France thing for me. That was coming through in France. So maybe we'll have a separate call that's like the dolphins in France and Mary Magdalene. But let's just say this, Mary Magdalene, right? That's the blood mysteries. The rose lineage is, really connected to the blood mysteries, the blood, the menstrual blood, the richness of the red. The mother of blood is the ocean. The original water on the planet is pure ocean water. The mother of our blood, the mother of our red blood is the ocean. The highest consciousness beings that are embodied and incarnated in the ocean are the dolphins and the whales. So just let that do whatever it wants to do in your consciousness. The mother of the blood is the ocean. Jennifer says, do you think the divine masculine knows listening to oracular wisdom is for his benefit in the outer world? 100%. So if we're talking about the divine masculine, we're talking about the original template of source masculine. So when we're talking about that, 100%, the divine masculine and the divine feminine know their roles and their areas of genius. The feminine area of genius, which lives within all of us, is many things, but being the oracle is one of them. Being the bridge, the living bridge to the other world, to source, to Sophia, to God, to the goddess, to listening to the trees, to the flowers, to the water, for, having a really open, large, expanded emotional body to receive this, for getting visions and being in that creative flow. And, what are we co-creating? What am I seeing? What am I visioning? What am I feeling? What am I channeling? What's coming through me? Let's let it move. Let's let it flow. The divine masculine in his fullness, in his embodiment, in his codes, in his wisdom says, I listen to my queen. This is all happening within us. I listen, and I am the physical power. I am the power. I am the might in a really divine way. I am the action taker. I take the decision and I make it happen. I listen to her and I make it happen. She sees this beautiful vision of this gorgeous temple. I'm going to build it. I'm going to build this crystal temple with rose quartz, but it's a lot of work to go up to the mountaintops and mine with love the rose quartz and take it and create this temple. Like, that requires muscle. I'm the divine masculine. I'm going to do it, So yeah, definitely the divine masculine knows. But the wounded masculine, no, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. The wounded masculine thinks it's his job to dominate the feminine. And that has to do with what happened in Atlantis. That was where the split, I think, probably started, that we're seeing all the way till this day. So we can see why it's important to do this healing work. Okay. Anastasia says, I feel a connection between mermaids and Mary Magdalene. What do you think? Yes. And I would quickly, because this is going to be a 3-hour call if we do all the things, I would say something that you'll love to do is go to a friend of mine called Dakota Chanel's website. Dakota, Dakota, how it's spelled. Chanel, like Coco Chanel. Dakota Chanel, go to her website and check out her Mermaids of the Magdalene retreat in France that she has coming up, and just read about it. That's going to activate some codes. She talks about how, the Mer energy is connected to Mary Magdalene and her remembrance of the weaving. She's so gorgeous. She talks about it so eloquently. So I would recommend that. Tara says, so interesting. This morning, I had a really intense, almost angry morning of communicating to various beings, like the vet, what needed to be said and shared, demanding accountability, even the face of conflict it might create. Interesting. Sort of that, like, desire for integrity. Allie, thank you so much for bringing up her website. Okay, great. Yay. So is everybody ready to connect into this guided meditation? Because I told you a little bit about my story of what happened this morning, what I uncovered. Also working with the dolphins. I was bringing the dolphins through my central channel, and they're coming in from the ocean and the solar codes hitting the ocean. Yeah, are we ready? Are we ready to go in? So do whatever you need to do to be comfortable for maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. We'll see. Hey, let me focus and stop focusing. Camera. I don't really need to be focused if we're just going to be meditating, but Anastasia says, I need to go. Thank you so much, everyone. And Catherine, yay. Technically, my middle name is Catherine, but people say that all the time. They call me Catherine a lot online. We love it. Okay, before we dive in, I actually just want to share these two images that I think are going to really help they're very divine feminine images, but the colors and the energy are really kind of what we're diving into. So we have this beautiful angel. Oh, let it focus. Hello, please. Hello, please. Kind of focusing. Okay, here we have this sort of like, this is kind of the frequencies that we're going into, and who knows what will, happen for you. Like, don't you just love them? Don't you just want to live inside of this? Tara's got her beautiful headdress on, which is so the vibe. It's like, yes. Like, should I just hold these up for half an hour and just stare at them? Should that be the call? Okay, Ali says, apologies if you mentioned before I was changing headset. What card deck is this? So lovely. This is actually, these are the two best like cards. The card deck isn't like that actually amazing. The art is like weird on some of them. But look at the back. It's really pretty. This is the Fire Archangel Oracle. I think it's called Fire Archangel Oracle. But I bought it because they had this image on the back and I was like, oh, I love it. And then I looked at the other art and I was like, no. So I just left it in Glastonbury. I gave it to somebody, but I stole these. Well, it was mine. I didn't steal them, but I just wanted these two. I don't know how to say your name. Xiao, maybe? Been feeling yellow, gold, and rose energy today. Ooh, yummy. I love that. Okay. All right, angels. So let's get into this. Get yourself comfortable. I'm actually going to put some music on in the background for us. Some whales and dolphins. How is the sound for everyone? Is it too loud? Is it too soft with the whales and the dolphins in the background? I know some of you are already dropping in, but for those of you who aren't yet, maybe you could let me know. It's good? Okay, perfect. All right, so here we go. Taking a deep breath. Allowing yourself to breathe, connecting with the breath. And noticing that your breath sounds like the ocean's waves. Feeling the inhales and the exhales. Transport you as you begin to become aware of a beautiful golden angel of light above your head. And this golden angel brings you to rise up as you begin to float and join this golden angel in the sky. As you breathe, feel this golden angel begin to send you solar Christed codes. You become aware now of beautiful dolphins emerging from behind this golden angel. And you feel that they are sending you golden dolphin Christed blessings. Breathing them in now into every cell of your body. As this golden angel and the dolphins guide you to look now in the distance. And you can see the ocean underneath you, before you. You can see this island, this landmass in the distance, vibrating with gold, golden Atlantean light. You can see the whales and the dolphins in the ocean. And you can also see closer to you, underneath you in the ocean, this much smaller island with a beautiful golden temple on it. You can see that angels are flying around this temple. You can see that it is partially made of crystal and light. And you notice how gorgeous the golden sun looks as it touches the glimmering sea and the temple, and in the far distance, the Golden Atlantean energies. And on the other side of this temple, you become aware of a shadow. And you understand this to be the frequency of the corruption and the fall of Atlantis. And in the middle sits this golden temple that is awaiting you to fly down now into with your golden angel and the dolphins with you. Flying now down and entering into this beautiful island, knowing this is safe. The shadow of the fall of Atlantis cannot touch you here. This is a space of sovereignty, where we will be consciously working with both golden and shadow to reveal more of the soul's truthful embodiment in this incarnation. Don't be scared of the deep journey that your soul knows how to go on here in this temple, or you will simply discover more of yourself here and more of your power here. So now find yourself in the middle of this temple as this golden angel and the dolphins support you. As you become more aware of this shadow and you ask, higher self, please show me the aspects of myself that are still carrying trauma from the corruption and the fall of Atlantis. And take a deep breath in. Spend a few moments here with your breath. Higher self, dolphins of Atlantis, Christed energies of Atlantis. Please show me the aspects of myself that are still carrying trauma from Atlantis. Just breathe. You might not get much of anything, but trust that it is coming up, or you might receive something specific or anything in between. Just bring and ask the golden Christ light within you and the golden Atlantean codes, your higher self. Please uncover, please bring up now into this temple. Please free, unravel, untangle, and allow for me to see the trauma that my soul, that my cells, that my DNA are still carrying from the fall of Atlantis. And allow, whether this energy is known or unknown to your conscious awareness in this moment, allow first for a beautiful blue flame to fill this temple, to fill your body, to fill your subconscious, and begin to cleanse this trauma now. The dolphins and the whales are sending their frequency and their light and their support. This blue flame might also contain the waves of the ocean water, cleansing this from your field and your subconscious. And then noticing that violet flames are also coming in. Violet flames, blue flames, transmuting. Whatever part of you may feel in pain, resistant, or just blocked, bring the blue and the violet flames in now. What is preventing me from accessing and activating my Golden Atlantean codes in this lifetime? What is preventing me from accessing and activating my Golden Atlantean codes in this lifetime? Reveal this to me now, and may it be transmuted in the blue and violet flames and by the power of my higher self. Don't worry if you don't receive an answer that you can understand. Trust that your higher self is doing this healing now. What did my soul want to learn from any trauma that I incurred in Atlantis? What did I want to learn? What was the lessons, the growth at a soul level? Why did I volunteer to experience that? What are the soul lessons here for me now that I can reclaim and honor? Taking a deep breath in, and in this temple, in this ocean, as these codes are coming in. Calling upon the angels of the violet flame to fully fill this temple, the temple of our subconscious, our bodies, our cells, with a river of violet fire now, to cleanse, transmute, clear, and heal all that is less than unconditional love from our lifetimes and from our memory in Atlantis. And we ask that this healing extends to the collective in divine will with divine permission now. So see yourself fully emerged in a river of violet fire in the sacred temple of the ocean, this temple of Atlantis. See it filled with the violet flame. How deeply can you receive the violet flame with your breath? Open, open, open. Let the violet flame into the parts of yourself that you haven't even allowed yourself to see in lifetimes. Bring that violet flame into your spine, into your root, into your subconscious, into your cells, into your DNA, into your memories. Now, bring in the gold light. Bring in the gold light of Golden Atlantis, the golden dolphins, the golden angelic dolphins, Golden Atlantean dolphins. Let them swim through your central channel. Let them swim through your spine. The violet flame may still be burning, but bring in the gold now. I allow myself to receive my Golden Atlantean embodiment. I allow myself to activate the Golden Atlantean wisdom that lives within me. I transmute the resistance to my Atlantean self, allowing the trauma to release with the violet flame, trusting and becoming aware that Golden Atlantis actually never left. It just moved into a different dimension and kept on expanding and vibrating. Whereas in this reality, in this dimension, it fell. Access now the Golden Atlantis that just kept on being golden. Filling yourself with golden light and letting these dolphins of the golden ray penetrate your cells, penetrate your chakras, penetrate your aura. What wisdom does your Golden Atlantean self have for you? What healing does your Golden Atlantean self wish to fill you with now? Breathing it in. And allowing the dolphins to send you a healing, a blessing now, still in this temple with ocean all around, dolphins all around. Allow them to send energy to your Earth Star chakra at the bottom of your aura, all the way through your central channel up your cosmic star portal at the top of your aura. Feel them rebalance your feminine and your masculine aspects now, your feminine Atlantean energies and your masculine Atlantean energies. rebalancing them, letting the violet flame continue to transmute any resistance to your Golden Atlantean activation and to using the power of your Golden Atlantean self and wisdom. Being willing to trust yourself and to trust that it is safe to embody this Golden Atlantean life force energy filled with Christ consciousness and golden dolphin blessings, communion with the sea and your myrrh aspects. Taking a deep breath in and asking for any final message that wishes to come through from the golden dolphins of Atlantis and your higher aspects. I allow for the sacred union within feminine and masculine, divine masculine in harmony. Golden Atlantean feminine, golden Atlantean masculine activated in harmony within my cells and DNA, my Merkaba energy field, aura, light body, now. And I allow Gaia to send me any Atlantean energy that will be of highest service to me now. And now coming back into your body and merging this golden Atlantean energy with the new golden age and the new golden codes that are coming in for the new golden age, the golden age of miracles that is birthing now. Allowing these golden Atlantean codes to merge with the golden age codes that is incoming. Feeling yourself present in your body as your golden Atlantean codes mix with this golden age energy of this new dawning age of miracles, of light, of sovereignty, of oneness. And feeling all golden ages throughout time merging within your being and the wisdom from them as an even deeper one is being created and birthed through you right here, right now, through your golden dragon embodiment. Golden dragon life force energy. Taking a deep breath and allowing this to merge for a few more breaths. I trust in the wisdom of my own golden soul now. Grounding, taking another deep breath and starting to feel yourself coming back, wiggling your toes, spiraling your hips if that feels good. Grounding into the crystal of Gaia, the core crystal of Gaia. There is no rush, but when you're ready, you can open your eyes back to the space. All right. Welcome back as we come back. And if you feel called, as we have our final moments together, well, first, just make sure that you're feeling grounded, you're bringing your energy back. You're breathing that energy back into your body. You're taking deep breaths to allow the integration to occur. Have some water. You drink some water. And if you feel called live or on replay, I'll be checking the YouTube comments to share anything that you wish to share. You can do that now. Or you might just feel really happy to just keep breathing and keep allowing and keep integrating. Tara says I could share by talking if okay. Actually, I would have loved that, but I made the decision to not do any video shares on the Dolphin Healing Collective because I want it to get really big. I want to get like 100 people on here, 1,000 people on here eventually. So I'm just going to start the kind of container with that template, because if we let everyone do their video shares, that would take a very long time. So thank you for understanding that. But I would actually love to hear, you can always come into, if you do want to share on video, you can always come into our Facebook group, the Dolphin Rose Temple, and just share on video and then pop it in there. And I would be so happy to witness that, because absolutely, I would love to hear. So if you do feel like sharing anything in the chat right now, that would be, awesome. But if not, all good. But I love your shares, and I just want to make sure that like, I love it. Just hopefully you understand that call that I made. Jennifer says, when you said there were aspects of Golden Atlantis that never fell but continued, that resonated. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? I forget where I heard that recently, but it really resonated for me. I think I read it in a book, and I was like, oh, of course, that makes so much sense, because to me it just makes sense. So I enjoy thinking of this Golden Atlantean energy that is still living in just a higher dimensional reality, and maybe has expanded and even become something else, a new version of itself. And that also helps me feel safer leaning into the Atlantean energies and being able to do that alchemy, bringing that shadow in and doing that golden alchemy. Feels really good. Tara says, wound, what if we get it wrong again? Showing us fear of making decisions in this lifetime, even small ones. Oh, very interesting. Yeah, so yeah, Tara's saying like the wound that she uncovered when we went into the temple, I'm guessing this is what you're saying, is that question, what if we get it wrong again? And we can see, like, as my guidance has come through, and I think even Kaya Ra, is saying something like this, when she was, if you follow Kaya Ra, the author of the Sophia Code, she was saying something like this as well. It's like, of how the Atlantean wound is holding us back. And even as Tara is saying, it's like it's showing up even in her life as fear of making decisions in this lifetime, even small ones, right? So as we heal the Atlantean trauma, we're actually becoming more empowered to make powerful decisions, to be more of our full self. As I uncovered this morning, it's like, oh my God, as I allow this divine masculine energy to activate, like, wow, this is us being more empowered, having more of an impact in this world. So how beautiful is that? Isabella says, wow, that so resonates, Tara. Yeah. So thank you so much for being here. What I'm aware of right now is we opened something in your field that is not shut. It's like, as we close the meditation, that energy didn't shut, it's still open. So throughout your day, throughout your few days, maybe even for the next few months or for the rest of your life, I don't know, as guided by your higher self, there will be more that you will become aware of. So if you do feel called or guided to sit in meditation later today, tonight, tomorrow, next week, whatever, to reconnect and ask yourself questions. Again, we can always go deeper, deeper and deeper. Okay, I'm ready to see the next layer of trauma from Atlantis that I'm ready to heal. Okay, I'm ready to reclaim the next aspect of my Golden Atlantean self. There's a lot here, so we can continue to do that, and you can call in the dolphins, the golden ray dolphins. turquoise ray, rainbow ray dolphins. It can really, really support you with this. Okay, so I'll finish up as I just read these last comments. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, Xiao. There's a template of female, male, completely, perfectly immersed into each other and golden dragons. Beautiful. I'm so happy that you saw that. Ali says, thank you. And Xiao says, thanks. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Uti says, thank you so much. If you're on replay, thank you so much. And it's 11:11 here where I am, so perfect time to finish. Many blessings. Thank you all so much. And for saying thank you in the chat, I'm seeing that. I hope you have a beautiful day, and we will see you next month for quite a different Dolphin Collective, Healing Collective call. Next month, we will be working in the quantum to heal what is allowing orcas and dolphins, but especially orcas in this call we'll be focusing on, to be held in captivity. So I will be visiting in Tenerife. There are captive orcas. I have never ever been to a place that has captive orcas, but I'm going to go on a little bit of a mission and probably make myself really, really sad. And I'm going to go and I'm going to see them, and I'm going to bless them, and I'm going to connect with them. And then I'm going to bring that back for our next Dolphin Healing Collective call to work in the quantum, to do what we can to get them out of there. Okay. So much love, many blessings. Thank you so much. See you soon.